Welcome, folks, one and all, to Let's Replay the Ultimate Doom, released in 1995 for the PC. Developed by id Software and published by GT Interactive, I'm sure this game needs no introduction, for it is Doom Guy versus all the demons, the only person that can stop their invasion of the moons of Mars and Earth itself. I've decided to do a few things differently this time. As you can see, I've decided to use a more modern version of running Doom, in this case GZDoom, though I did get something a little bit wrong with the beginning screen there. It's a little bit squished, but I'm sure the game itself is absolutely fine. I also want to say a few things before we start. I appreciate the fact that everybody enjoys all my content, but what would be really great is if you all decided to leave a like and post a comment saying what you liked about this video, and make sure that you subscribe, and also press that little bell button. And while I'm thinking about it, why don't you also check out my Twitter and follow that? And also, while I'm thinking about that, why don't you go check out my Discord, the link to which is in the description. Also, the link to Twitter is also in the description. And there at my Discord, you can chat to me and chat with all the other fans, and you can get rocks. As we all know, rocks are super important. And paper cups. And blue healing potions, and all manner of other things with all the awesome emotes that are available. And while I'm thinking about that, why don't you go and check out my Patreon? There's nothing, of course, hidden in the form of paywalls. There is nothing like that. The Patreon is just there for people to pledge support for what I do here, making what I do possible. There is one minor thing now I think about it. People who do pledge to the Patreon can have a blue coloured name in the Discord. It's just a tiny little thing for saying thank you. And while I'm thinking about that, I'm on a roll today, while I'm thinking about that, why don't you go and check out my writing? At Kikoskia.com/writing/Dusseldom, you can check out the first 3 chapters of The Threnody of Dusseldom, a story from my 2017 NaNoWriMo that I'm serialising there. Go give it a read and see what you think. Now, is there anything else that I want to talk about? No, I think I've got everything. It was nice and brief and concise. Let us go. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different to my normal fare. I'm going to be trying to get through the first 3 episodes of Doom as quickly as possible. In the original playthrough many years ago, I just went through it at my own pace. In the replay, I tried to show off a few more things, and this being the replay, the first time I've ever done that, I'm experimenting with this new format. I'm going to go through it as fast as possible. So, let us select new game, let us go to Knee Deep in the Dead, and of course, we're going to stick with tradition here, and we are going to be playing on Ultra Violence. And I'm going to beeline towards the exit every single level. I'm going to avoid secrets. I'm going to only take care of the enemies I absolutely have to. We're just going to do a straight path from the start to the end every level. So, let's go. We all know this level. It's a pretty iconic one, so we're just going to move forward through the first area and have at thee with the first enemies of the game, and get the first weapon that is going to be our mainstay for a very long time, the shotgun. Through here, we get to this room with the first imp that we'll encounter, and we get to see the escape of the moon of Mars. We can see it out of the window there. Now, we need to be very particular with where we are aiming here. Also, we need to watch out for all of these fireballs. And there is another imp here that is deciding to have at thee. Well, none of that. Just gonna... Ooh, there we go. We can get you there. Ooh, and accidentally activated walking by default when you hold down shift. Don't want to do that. And they're all gone because of the barrel. And it's a very well-placed barrel. And the first level is done. You can do these levels really quickly if you know exactly where you're going. And I do know exactly where I'm going, because it's a long time since I started playing this game. I've got a lot of experience, though the part-time still not quite reached that. Maybe I'll get that on one of the levels. Either way, nuclear plant is next. Just gonna avoid this barrel. Go up this lift. Oh dear. Looks like people have fallen trying to fight these foes. Now we need to be careful because there's a barrel there. And there are foes here. I have to go up the stairs here to go get that key. That key is very important. There we go. No getting secrets this time. We're just going to focus entirely on getting to the end of each level. Now we have to watch out for here because of all the enemies on the upper platforms, but we got rid of them all. And we really need to watch out for the imp that is down there. Where are you? There you are! Ha-ha! Not this time! Level is done! See? Straightforward and simple. When you avoid all of the distractions, we actually managed to get the power time there. That's a first. Now, normally I'd want to get the secret level here, but I'm not going to focus on that this time. As I said, just going along the straight and narrow, right to the end. Now there's the awesome outside part that's coming up, right here, where you think, how am I going to get over this gap if I want to progress? Well, there's a switch right here, you can press that, and there's even a handy medkit to make sure that you're alright. Now, let's go through here. Oh no! A trap! Why don't you put a comment down in the comment section to say if you got caught out by that trap? Now, let's just deal with you. Up here, and the exit is right there. Any enemies in the exit? The answer is no! There are some nice goodies, though. And we are done. 100%, 100%, 100%! Haha! Unlike my original playthrough and my replay, I'm just killing the stats this time round. Time for the command center. Deal with all of you, and you. Gotta make sure I dodge all of these fireballs if I can. And we're soon going to be getting to the maze. The maze can be tricky, you've gotta watch out for it. Here we are! Here's the maze. Gotta make sure we don't let the imps get too close. There we go. There's a barrel there. Convenient switch is convenient because that allows you to get up to the end of a level. And there we go! Nice and quick. 100%, 100%, 100%! Ha-ha! And there are people out there who don't think I'm good at this game. There is your proof. Ah, the Phobos Lab. This one can be tricky, but fortunately the game gives you some armor right away, which I appreciate. Now we want to just keep firing here. There we go. That barrel was really helpful. We have the key for this one, and now it is this area. We really need to watch out here. And of course, a pinky demon got stuck on the lift, as they always do. Now we need to be very careful. There is a barrel here that will help us out in taking care of that pinky demon. And you're gone. Marvelous. There are some traps, but I'm being very careful in where I step so that I avoid triggering them. Don't want to have monster closets open up and have foes take me out. Now we're going to use that barrel. Ooh, and get hit. That was unfortunate. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky to dodge, especially if enemies stand in the way of foes that fire projectiles. You tend not to see them until it's too late. There is the keycard that we need, and you're gone. Haha. Through here. Oh, it's the dark part. We've got to be careful. The light is only there briefly. Fortunately, we were fine. And the exit is right here after we deal with these pinky demons. Which we have. Haha! Phobos Lab complete. 100% again, and again, and again. Our time is 2:45 and I destroyed it. Now, central processing, where we immediately have an enemy we have to take care of. And then more enemies. Because of course, after all, this place is infested with demons, and we have to try and get out of here as quickly as we can, which involves just rushing through and avoiding everyone that is possible to be avoided. Unfortunately, this place is infested, not only with the demons, but with those who died trying to fight these demons, which makes Doom Guy's task a little bit tricky, but I'm sure we'll be alright. After all, I've played this game a fair few times. A lot of this is very familiar to me, especially all of the traps and the enemy placement. Now, we've been given a rocket. Does that mean we'll be getting a rocket launcher at some point? I sure hope so. We'll find out in the next level, as central processing has been absolutely destroyed. Ha ha! 3-minute part time, try 47 seconds. Now the computer station. This level is the true challenge of the episode. If you can get through this level, you're pretty set for the second episode, but you have to get through here first. There are loads of enemies in loads of very sneaky places. You need to really watch out for them. Also, some of them appear from the ceiling, like that, in most cunning placements. Ooh, got hit there. That's not good. Gonna have to watch out for you, but I knew you were there. Grab all of this in the medkit, deal with you, get this key, and the exit is right there. Didn't have to deal with any of the many monster closets on the level. Doesn't look very hospitable out there, but either way, we are done. Computer station is cleared, and absolutely at that, haha! 3-minute part time again, roughly about 45 seconds. Now it's time for the Phobos anomaly. This level can be quite tricky, because you've got the nasty, nasty enemy that guards the way out. However, we do get the best weapon in the game, the chain gun. Are we ready for this? I don't think we are. Chain gun! Ha ha! We just need to keep firing here. We don't have a rocket launcher. I managed to avoid it. As long as we manage to just keep attacking here. There we go! Ha ha! Fortunately, our armor managed to hold. More chain gun! Ha 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 ha! And we're done. With this, we can go into the teleporter and get out of here, hopefully. Oh no! We're being attacked from the shadows! And that is the end of episode 1. Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat reward and ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks like rotten meat, but looks like the lost Demos base. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play the Shores of Hell and its amazing sequel, Inferno. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We finished episode 1, but there are 2 more episodes that I want to play. I want to play the original 3, go through the original Doom experience. And for those who are sad that I didn't go to the secret level, leave me a comment saying, "But Kiko, the secret level!" and make sure to thumb it up. After all, interactivity in the comment section is good for the algorithm and will make this video appear so that more people can then see me play Doom like a master. But enough of that, let us go to episode 2, The Shores of Hell, and again, Ultra Violence, because I don't play on a lower difficulty in this game. Ever. Now let's go! There are loads of pistol zombies at the beginning, and we're not very well armed right now, but we'll get better weapons. Namely, we'll get a shotgun in time. Now, this level, the first few levels of this episode, can be pretty stingy when it comes to ammunition. So I'm actually going to be very ammo conservative and use my pistol for a bit to make sure that I have ammunition for... Ooh, gotta be careful for the next part. There we go. Fortunately, lots of health here to make up for the damage I sustained. Now, the tricky part comes here because... Cacodemons! First time we've seen Cacodemons in this game. They're quite tough, but provided you dodge and don't let them get too close, you'll be fine. And that is the first level done. And destroyed. Haha! We even got under the part-time. Now let's go to the containment area, where you can easily get lost and get stuck fighting loads of imps. Now, we are going to use our pistol here to deal with this first imp, and then we're going to deal with the other imps using the shotgun. We need to try our best to get as many of these killed as possible with the shotgun. 1 per, ideally, because we are going to run out of ammunition. But fortunately, I ran out of ammunition after defeating all of them, which is great. Unfortunately, this means that we have to use the pistol for the next part, but we should be okay because Crushers. The Crushers will help us deal with these imps. Got to watch out for their fireballs, though. This is going to be tricky, but we can use the Crushers to block the fireballs. Let's use our pistol, shall we? Few shots here. Pistol is useful. It's a very useful thing, especially for making enemies flinch so that they will stay under Crushers. We don't want to go under the Crusher. The Crusher will hurt a lot. Now we have the key, and the other key, and here we are at the end. That was a tricky level, but if you know your way through the box maze, you can quickly get past all of the threats. We even got under par time again. Now the refinery. We need to watch out in the refinery because immediately there are enemies we need to watch out for, like this pinky demon here. We need to use our pistol bullets. There we go. And pistol bullets here. And here. We're just going to go straight over now. Grab all of this, because there is ammunition here that I want. Also, say hello to the Lost Souls. First time we've seen them. We want a bit of infighting to go on here, and we will take on the winner, which of course is the Imp, because the Imp was always going to win. And there's you. We could use our pistol here. You know what? Let's use our pistol here and conserve a little bit of ammunition. It's sensible to do so. There we go. One taken care of. And nearly the second. Oh, careful, 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 careful. There we go. Ha-ha! If you manage to keep them flinching, you can save vital shotgun ammo, which is important in episode 2. But enough about the refinery. We are done with the refinery. I'm just blazing through this game, and I haven't saved yet. We are hardcore Iron Manning this game. Now the Demos Lab. This is a tricky one. Fortunately, the game gives you a shotgun right at the start and a backpack. Now we need to make sure that we conserve as much shotgun ammo as possible here, as we're about to face some very tricky foes. Namely, this Baron of Hell. Fortunately, we have ammunition aplenty. This enemy will, of course, open the door. We need to make sure we dodge these attacks because they do hurt. Constantly backing up, constantly strafing. And nearly. There we go! Ha-ha! Unfortunately, we only have 9 shells left. And I always forget that you have to press that switch to activate this lift. Let's go. Any enemies here? Yes, there's you. And we want to activate this crusher here and get this enemy onto the crusher without us getting hit. That was unfortunate. Now, if we can keep this enemy on the crusher, then we can have it do most of the work for us. Still need to make sure that we avoid the projectiles. They really hurt. And there we go! Ha-ha! But we did take a nasty hit. We should be fine, though. Especially now that we have a plasma gun in the secret area. This is handy, because there's a Cacodemon here. We want to say hello. And now it is gone. Medkit there. There is one Pinky Demon here. We'll use the pistol again. As long as we keep backing up, you shouldn't hit us. And there we go. Are those the poor souls that lost their lives here? It's best not to think about it, and instead move on, and take care of you too. Level complete. Demos Lab, absolutely blasted through. No chain gun yet, but I'm sure we'll find one on this episode. Maybe in the command center. Need to watch out for the command center. There are lots of enemies here that will deal damage to you really quickly. We're going to be fighting a lot more of these Barons of Hell. Fortunately, we can... Well, I was about to say fortunately we can back up and avoid some damage there, but we didn't. So instead, we'll just use the plasma gun. After all, we still have some ammo for it. Have at thee! Quickly move forward so that we avoid taking damage from the goo. And there's you. There's a handy box of shells here. If you manage to get to this point, your reward is lots of ammo. Which is really good, because we need to make sure there's a bit of infighting here. If we can. Now we just need to, there we go! There's that infighting. The winner is going to be the Baron, because the Baron can just deal so much damage so quickly. But any damage that the Cacodemon can inflict is really handy. And it's a good thing that the Baron of Hell just cannot get through Restore. It means we can save some much needed ammunition. There we go. And you're gone. Press this button. Go through here. Get some more shells. Clear the command center. Oh no! We didn't kill everything this time! I wonder what we missed. It doesn't matter. Near perfect is good enough. Now you want to react very quickly on this level because of all the enemies that are nearby. And in fact, we are going to switch to the plasma gun here, otherwise that Kakademon would have got way too close. Fortunately, this level is pretty good if you know how to get through the maze. You just grab all the key cards, and then straight through. Halls of the Damned are the halls of the gone! Ha ha! That pun is brilliant. But not as brilliant as that par time of 6 minutes being crushed in 19 seconds. Now it's time for the spawning vats. Now, there is a shotgun zombie that will usually get the attention of the, or the attention of the imp there. Maybe the imp will get the... Yes, the imp will get the attention instead. This is quite important. We'll just, now deal with you, and very quickly move forward before... Uh-oh. That's kind of bad. Before you can, get to that invulnerability. This is not good. Just gotta be careful. If I just fire this rocket down here, like that, a few of these should do a trick. Ah, you move forward now, which means we can now move forward and grab this invulnerability. And just quickly deal with all of you. The trick to that level is actually to move forward very quickly so that the Baron of Hell can't get too close to the invulnerability sphere. I made a mistake there by waiting too long at the very beginning, but we managed to recover and, of course, destroy the par time. Let's go to the Tower of Babel. The final level of this episode. What? We're here already? Game gives us Mega Armor. Game gives us a lot of cool stuff here. Now we must fight the Cyber Demon. Gotta be very careful with this Cyber Demon because the Cyber Demon is a tricky foe with a rocket launcher. And you need to be able to dodge projectiles and exchange your own. We should be okay though. This armor will allow us to resist all of the glancing hits and be victorious. Goodbye, Cyber Demon. You've done it! The hideous Cyber Demon Lord that ruled the Lost Deimos Moonbase has been slain, and you are triumphant! But where are you? You clamber to the edge of the moon and look down to see the awful truth. Deimos floats above hell itself! You've never heard of anyone escaping from hell, but you'll make them pay and be sorry that they ever heard of you. Quickly, you rappel down to the surface of hell. Now it's on to the final chapter of Doom. Inferno. Let's go! Do you think I can do it? Leave a comment and even leave a Twitter post saying if you think I can get through Inferno super fast without dying. Let's find out. The beginning is quite tricky, Ultraviolence once again. We start here and we have no weapons apart from the pistol to deal with all of these imps here. And it's not just imps we have to deal with either. The game starts you off in a difficult spot against a pair of Kakademons. Not just one on Ultraviolence, but two. And all we have is the pistol. Need to be very careful here. And we only have so far that we can dodge away. And there is another one here, so I'm safe to just... Ooh, bit of infighting going on there. And that certainly works to my benefit, as it means that this Kakademon has taken a tiny bit more damage, quite a bit more damage actually, and wasn't paying attention to me. Now, we're going to use the shotgun with all the ammunition that we have to take care of this corridor of Pinky Demons. Now, getting past these without hitting them is extremely challenging. I've never managed to do so. Some people can. I can't. So let's just go to the final trap here, which is a room full of imps just before the exit, which is right here. And with that, Hellkeep has been cleared. This place doesn't look very nice, to be fair, considering where we are. That makes sense. Let's not think about it, and instead go straight to the Slough of Despair. Now, there are lots of enemies here, but if you know the critical path, you can avoid pretty much all of them, and just face a couple of errant shotgun zombies and lost souls. There are Kakademons here, there are, I think there's one Baron of Hell, but if you're smart, you know the optimal route and can just get straight to the exit. Like that. 45-second par time? We managed to do it in 16. And here we are in Pandemonium, where you need to start shooting immediately. If you start this level with only the pistol, you might want to rely on infighting. But fortunately, we have the shotgun. And we need this shotgun because of all the enemies. Also, we've got to watch out for that invisible Pinky Demon there. Hello. Ah, keycard. Also, watch out for the enemies in the area there. Now we want to make sure that we avoid you. Like that. This is probably going to consume a lot of our ammunition, but these enemies are a significant challenge. They are the most challenging of the normal enemies in this game. There'll be more challenging enemies introduced in Doom 2, but in this one, it's the Baron of Hell. And if you encounter multiple of them, oh my, are you in some bother. Got some ammunition, which is good, because there's a door here, which leads to the exit, and we're going to need that ammunition for the next level. But for now, Pandemonium has been wiped clean of demons. And on the part-time too. Let's go to the House of Pain. You don't want to move forward immediately in the House of Pain, because there's a rocket launcher. You'll automatically switch to the rocket launcher, and then you will blast yourself in the face with that pinky demon being there. Now, we want to blow that up there to deal some damage to you. And deal with you using the shotgun, because we want to save this rocket ammo for that enemy there. The Baron of Hell. Got to avoid those projectiles. Got to, we'll use the rocket launcher here. Deal with you first. There we go. Ooh, accidentally took a hit there. Didn't mean to. Right. Now we'll use the shotgun. There we go. Might as well use the ammunition while it's here. No point holding on to it if you die. And there we go. There's the key. We're going to need that. Opens this door, which lets us get to the BFG 9000, which is very handy. We're actually going to use this right now. Deal a lot of damage to you. Not absolutely kill you, but it's pretty nifty. Can certainly make this a little simpler. And there we go. Grab lots of health, grab the, oh, and one last surprise. After getting the backpack and rushing to the exit, you may not have much health, you may not want to stay in the area that damages you, is a cacodemon. But we prevailed, and the House of Pain is cleared. Ha ha! Can anything stop Doom Guy? So far, nothing can. Now the Unholy Cathedral. This level is really tricky, but there is a super optimal strategy. All you need to do is just go this way, and you're done. You don't need to fight any enemies, you don't need to do anything. You just need to do that, and you'll be done. The game even for some reason thinks that you've cleared everything. That I think is a bug, but I don't mind. That's a tricky level. Now Mount Erebus. This level you can certainly get lost in, as people may have seen in my Game Boy Advance stream of this. There is a I'll deal with you. Chain gun! Haha! There is a, the way out is quite cleverly hidden, but fortunately I know where it is. Dealt with all the foes using the invulnerability. There are quite a few scattered about the level, and we are done. 100%? 100%? Ooh, missed the secrets there. I wonder what I did wrong. Either way, gate to limbo. And chain gun! Haha! We're not done yet, though. More chain gun! Now, we need to be very careful because of the... Oh, no! We perished! Darn it! And there goes my perfect run. I thought I could do it. Turns out I couldn't. Instead, we're just going to have to be a lot more careful here. There we go. Deal with you. And we have 5 health. Will this be enough? I think it might be, provided none of these hit me. They might, but they didn't. And this is good. And I thought I'd get all the way through it without dying, and there I go again. I was spooked by a lost soul. This is the downside of not saving, of course. You end up with this happening. Need to be careful because you are right next to me. Oh, and again, I mutated. Fortunately, there is a shotgun. Actually, no, it's saved, didn't it? Ah, yes, this new version of the game did autosave after every single level, which is good. Let's actually use the chain gun this time. Might as well use the stuff that's here. Chain gun! Haha! Should have just switched before. Now everybody's going to be saying, he said he'd Iron Man it, but he didn't. He's terrible. I'm sorry. I failed you all. I'll make it up to you, though. I managed to get all of the kills, items, and secrets. And now it is time to go to Dis. I will gain revenge. There is the Spider Mastermind. There are also a few other enemies like a Cacodemon and a Baron of Hell. There's some infighting going on. We're actually going to not wait for the infighting and just have at thee with plasma! This is for me dying 3 or so times on my last level. To be fair, getting all the way through the game with only a few deaths, not bad. Also, we've won! Bye-bye, Spider Mastermind. The loathsome spider demon that masterminded the invasion of the moon bases and caused so much death has had its ass kicked for all time. A hidden doorway opens and you enter. You've proven too tough for hell to contain, and now hell at last plays fair, for you emerge from the door to see the green fields of Earth. Home at last. You wonder what's been happening on Earth while you were battling Evil Unleashed. It's good that no Hellspawn could have come through that door with you. Yes, indeed. Look at how peaceful and serene it is. We did it! We died a couple of times. I had hoped that we wouldn't die at all, but I managed to show off everything very quickly too. And we are back on Earth, where... oh. Things don't seem to be going so well here. Oh no! Daisy! Our pet rabbit! We will have our revenge on all of the demons. That we shall. They went one step too far. The end? No, it's just the beginning. There is, of course, episode 4, Thy Flesh Consumed, but I just wanted to play through the core 3 that were initially in the first release. This can then lead on quite nicely to Doom 2, where you are back on Earth and the demons are attacking, trying to eradicate humanity. But that will be for next time, folks, for when we come back, I managed to get through the first 3 episodes of Doom exceptionally quickly, though I did die a couple of times, but sometimes you can just be very unlucky. Doom, after all, is a game where anything can happen, well, within the bounds of the engine, and unfortunately, I just took too much damage from the, damaging floor. Should have really switched to the, chain gun, but, as I said, mistakes happen, to err is human, and we did ultimately prevail. And so, that was Let's Replay Doom. Ultimate Doom, but only the first 3 episodes to keep it more like the original Doom. All in all, I really like this game. I still really like this game. After all these years, it's still a firm favourite of mine, and playing through it really quickly, effectively speedrunning my levels, is a different way to approach the game and how it's meant to be played, and subverting it, because you're meant to take it slow and steady, even though there is that part-time to taunt you. Trying to go through it fast and avoiding foes when you need to, and avoiding critical areas, and even taking advantage of certain little quirks in the engine, it adds a whole new sense of challenge. Will I do this for Doom 2? I'm not so sure. Doom 2 is very different and can't be tackled episodically, but who knows what the future may hold. If you want me to, by all means, post that in the comments. And make sure, if you want to see more content of me going through Doom exceptionally quickly, and Doom in general, make sure to subscribe. And tell all your friends that there's a person who can play Doom really quickly, and not too badly, though he did say that he wouldn't die, and then he died. Darn it. And so, I'm Kikoskia, and that was Let's Replay the Ultimate Doom, the first 3 episodes. And when we come back, folks, more Doom and all the other videos that you love. At least I hope you do. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Oh, one more time just for good measure. Chain gun! Ha ha! The optimal path doesn't really give you many opportunities to use the chain gun, which is a shame. But what can you do, eh? You do what you can. Later.